Last week, guys, we were looking for a buy move on the USD CHF, and we got it. This week, a massive amount of dollar news coming out because of that NFP. Let's talk about it here today, folks. Roll the intro. All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Top Trader channel. It's your head trader here, Cleveland Bishop. Hope you guys are having an awesome start to the week. April Fool's Day. All right, 25% of the year is just wrapped up. Q1 is over. We have just moved in to Q2, and it is time to get into these markets. All right, if you guys are new to the channel, what's up, folks? Happy to have you. Make sure you guys stay subscribed because we have so much coming out when it comes to fundamentals this week and through the later parts of this month. Make sure you guys stay subbed. And if you like the video, like the video for your boy. I very much appreciate it. All right. So last week, I'm going to roll a clip real quick on a trade that we took last week. We mentioned, hey, what's the one trade? I said, Cleveland, if you guys are going to ask me, Cleveland, what's the one trade we should look for this week? I said, look for a buy move on the USD CHF. That's exactly what we got. This is now 4 for 4, by the way, on the premier trade that we wanted to see each and every week. All right. We had a 100% success rate in March, and let's see if we can do the exact same thing in April. Here's a quick clip of the trade that we took last week. Let's roll it. Looking for Cleveland. What do we do this week? What is that currency that we want to play? Well, I am keeping an eye still on that CHF. So if we take a look at the USD CHF, I know it looks pretty insane in terms of a sell side move, but me and Kyler are somewhat looking to see a small reversal when it comes to the dollar. We think the dollar could potentially have some kind of buy side move back to the upside. So that might be a potential opportunity here on the USD CHF as long as we can maintain this structure. All right, if you guys look over your charts right now on the USD CHF, I'll pull it up over here. You guys can see that USD CHF did end up having a pretty massive accelerated move into that consolidation that we were looking for. All right, so if we draw a little line on over, you guys can see we had a pretty massive zone that we had drawn up as well. But especially in that 4 hour, you can see that acceleration is really coming in today. All right, this is why we like to swing things out a bit, because you never know from a timing element exactly when these markets are going to run, right? So if you had your take profit, I know a lot of our members did have the take profit exactly where we wanted them to have it, which was right here at this previous consolidation. Okay, now there is a lot more potential upside. Okay, if we draw a fib real quick from the high to the low, let's see where we're at. Okay, right now we're only sitting at that 38.2, and our bread and butter is seeing markets run to that 50 and potentially seeing markets run to that 61.8. All right, so again, we call out all these positions inside of our room. You guys can get access to that little free day trial just for you guys below. No issues there. Okay, so that was the one position that we were looking for, and that worked out real well. And there were a lot of other scenarios that happened last week. Also, when it comes to Brexit, mostly consolidation. Theresa May is getting dragged throughout her entire parliament when it comes to, her trying to get things passed right now. And you see a lot of consolidation right now on that pound. When it comes to the dollar, you guys take a look here real quick on this USD, actually Euro USD. Massive amounts of sell side we got last week. All right, if I pull up in the daily, that's the weekly. If I pull up in the daily, you guys will notice that right now we're sitting on the 12 flats. We're at 1206. Okay, our lowest price point for the entire 2019 year. Okay, and so we haven't seen markets this low since coming all the way over to 2017. All right, 2017. So it's a pretty massive opportunity. If I draw from the low to the high from a Fibonacci perspective, you guys can see that we're hitting right off on that 61.8. If I extend that all the way back over, you guys can see that we're touching on the highs. All right, the mid highs of 2015, 2016. Okay, so again, yes, a lot of market participants are looking to see the dollar sell off. But as of right now, we're getting a tremendous amount of euro weakness. All right, we did get a little bit of dollar strength, but that euro is not coming in to full play. All right, if I pull out a bit and I can head over to some of our euro crosses, you guys will notice across the board, euro not performing so well. Here you go. You got your euro GBP here to the downside. You got your euro Aussie here to the downside. Okay, you got even over here, our euro JPY to the upside. Okay, so I mean, there are some opportunities where you see a little bit of euro strength coming on in, but not too much. All right, so this is a pretty bad thing when it comes to the euro CAD again accelerating to the downside. We also were looking for a sell side move on the euro AUD last week as well. You guys can go watch that video, will be in the description below. So until we see this euro start to gather a little bit more strength, guys, we have to pull our buy side move or our buy side idea on that euro USD off the table. Now, it doesn't have to be off the table for any longer than this week. Maybe the middle of this week, Wednesday, Thursday, we might start to have a solid idea as to where we want to take the euro. But as of right now, it's capitulating week after week, month after month. It's either consolidated or selling off. It broke a low last month in terms of its lowest point in the past 3 years, okay, on our proprietary Top Trader Euro Index, okay? So again, the Euro Index is just the euro compared to all the other pairs. A lot of people have the dollar index, but we have access to some of the other currencies indices, and we can see exactly how the euro is performing relative to all of this counterparts, okay, not displayed in such a way like this, all right? So it's going to be very important for us to keep assessing this Brexit situation. We know that the more positive Brexit data that comes out, the more we're likely to see that euro accelerate to the upside. This week is going to be important for us to keep an eye on that euro CPI, Consumer Price Index, okay? We know a lot about Consumer Price Index. We've been talking about that here on the channel for the past 2 years or so. I'm going to put our #1 Consumer Price Index video in the description. You guys must take a look at it, okay? It's going to be really important for you guys if you guys don't know what CPI is, but we have CPI coming out. Wage inflation is slowing right now in the euro, all right? And this is another reason why we saw a little bit of a euro sell side move. Specifically over in Germany, we had a lower than expected wage growth, and that really hit the euro hard. And that was the original catalyst that drove the euro sell side last week, okay? So much going on, All right, let's take a look real quick at some of our yen pairs. And you guys can see here with the yen is capitulating. Look across the board. You're getting a massive amount of yen weakness, okay? CAD yen, USD yen as well, right? Euro yen, we're getting some sell off here. That's why that euro and that yen's a little bit conflicted. You got euro weakness and Japanese weakness, and that's why we're seeing this consolidation. Okay, even when it comes to the Aussie yen, we're seeing a lot of consolidation. So our main idea when it comes to sell side momentum on the Japanese yen is still playing out, but we're now leaving the consolidation that we were in for quite some time. So there's just so much, again, happening right now in these markets. It's going to be really important for you guys to probably pull back a bit and really assess out of the 8 currencies. You got the New Zealand dollar, the Australian dollar, right? You have all these different currency pairs, Swiss franc, everything. I would pull back a bit and I'll really focus this week or this month on a specific maybe 2 or 3 so you know exactly what's happening from an economic perspective. Not what's going on technically, because that could take 15 minutes to look at a bunch of charts. Either you see it or you don't. But it's going to take a little bit more of a process-oriented approach to have a solid idea as to where you want to take these markets. We're so accurate here at Top Traders because we know what's happening from an economic perspective. These are people. These are not candlesticks. People are buying and selling for specific reasons, especially on these higher time frames. All we have to do is assess and have a very solid idea of the sentiment behind these buying and selling decisions for us to understand that underlying flow of where these markets may go. And there honestly doesn't even have to be a fundamental catalyst always around. You can see the organic push and pull of these markets strictly based off of the sentiment alone. All right, so we're going to be diving a little bit deeper into these markets later on this week as well, guys. Tomorrow we have Euro CPI coming out. We have NFP coming out for the US dollar later on this week. Also, are we going to see this Euro USD break the low? That's going to be pretty interesting stuff. All right, here's what you got right now. Okay, Euro USD right now at its lowest point almost in 2 years. Will this NFP be a catalyst to bring it back to the upside? All right, or will we see markets consolidate down here at this low? If you were to ask me, all right, Cleveland, what's the trade? What do we need to do right now in terms of these markets? Guys, I'm actually sitting on my hands at the moment. All right, I said this about 2 weeks ago where I mentioned, hey guys, I'm sitting on my hands. And then we came out with a video on Tuesday where we actually had a solid position that we wanted to play. That might be the same situation that we're in today. Okay, I do want to see the Euro USD hold the $1.12. That would be a blessing to me, right? I feel like that would be an awesome situation to see that market hold. And then we could take that buy side move back up into structure. But if I had to say what's something that I want to see at the moment, I do want to see some Australian dollar strength. Okay, so if we head over to some of our Aussie crosses real quick, we can take a quick look at exactly what's happening in the Australian dollar universe. And you can look at some of the potential currency and some of the potential structures that you may want to play a bit. All right, so here's what we're looking like right now in our Aussie dollar. We're consolidated here. That might be a potentially pretty cool opportunity. Here's again the Euro AUD sell side. That might be an opportunity that we may continue to want to look into. And then you even have your Aussie NZD Probably staying away from the Aussie NZD just because of that correlation. We don't really like to play that so much. And even you have some Aussie JPY to the upside. So if I pull open this Aussie JPY real quick and go to the weekly, and I'm going to close this out for you guys. Take a look at this weekly. Would love to see a break of that consolidation. It's very easy. All of our members know exactly what it is we're talking about. We'd love to see a break of this consolidation here. Rip higher. We have so much room to run, so much room to test. Again, this is a weekly, so this could take a while to play out, but does that not look pretty? All right, to see a nice little break to the upside here. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I think this is a great place to close out. All right, let's see what happens here on this Aussie JPY. If you guys need any help or have any questions, comment down below. All right, we have so many people joining the 45-day challenge. We have so many people seeing a massive amount of success. If you guys want to opt in on that, again, free trial below. Lock in. Okay, let's see what happens with NFP this week. We'll talk to you much sooner before then as well. Let me know if you guys need anything. All right, talk soon.